The journey is over. After more than a month of competition, 104 matches, and thousands of stories experienced across the United States, Mexico, and Canada, the moment every soccer player dreams of playing has arrived. The grand final of the 2026 World Cup, Spain versus Argentina. One team is looking to win its second World Cup. The other wants to achieve a historic back-to-back World Championship. 90 minutes. Maybe extra time, maybe penalties, but only one team will lift the most important trophy in world football. The final will be played at the spectacular MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, with a capacity for more than 82,000 spectators, a venue that will host one of the most anticipated finals in recent years. Spain arrives after eliminating France 2-0 in the semifinals, probably delivering their most complete match of the championship. Luis de la Fuente's team has barely conceded any chances throughout the entire World Cup and comes in with tremendous confidence. Argentina, on the other hand, pulled off a spectacular comeback against England. The Albiceleste once again showed their competitive spirit and secured their ticket to the final with a decisive goal from Lautaro Martinez in the closing moments of the match. And now there is no tomorrow, there is no room for error, there is no next match, there is only one chance left. A night to make history, a night to become world champion. And that's exactly why millions of fans are looking for the exact same information. What time is the Spain vs. Argentina final? In Spain, on the peninsula and the Balearic Islands, the match will start at 9 p.m. In the Canary Islands, it will kick off at 8 p.m. In Portugal, it will start at 8 o'clock p.m. In Argentina, the ball will start rolling at 4 o'clock p.m. In Uruguay, Brazil, and Paraguay, it will also start at 4 o'clock p.m. In Chile, Bolivia, and Venezuela, the match will kick off at 3 o'clock p.m. In Colombia, Peru, Ecuador, and Panama, it will start at 2 o'clock p.m. In Mexico Central Time, the final will be at 2 o'clock p.m. In Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, and Nicaragua, it will begin at 1 o'clock p.m. In the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and Cuba, it will start at 3 o'clock p.m. If you're following us from the United States, these are the times. East Coast, New York, Miami, Orlando, 3 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Chicago, Dallas, Houston, 2 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time, Denver, 1 o'clock p.m. West Coast, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Seattle, 12 o'clock p.m. Thank you. Toronto, Ottawa, and Montreal, 3 o'clock p.m. Winnipeg, 2 o'clock p.m. Calgary and Edmonton, 1 o'clock p.m. Vancouver, 12 o'clock p.m. So now you know, make sure to check your schedule because we're about to witness the most important match on the planet. Spain wants to reach the top again, 15 years after their first World Cup, while Argentina is looking to become world champion again and continue building their legend. Block 2. Where to watch Spain versus Argentina, TV channels and official platforms. And now, let's get to the question everyone is asking. Where can you watch the World Cup final between Spain and Argentina live? In Spain, the grand final can be watched completely free-to-air on Televisión Española's La One. It will also be available through RTV Play to watch on any mobile phone, computer, tablet, or smart TV. In addition, DAZN will offer special coverage throughout the day with live reports from New Jersey, analysis, interviews, and all the pre-match build-up. In Argentina, the final can be watched on Telefe TX Sports, DEA Sports, and DJU. The main Argentine networks will start their special programming several hours before the match begins, with live reports from MetLife Stadium. Interviews, tactical analysis, and the atmosphere of a historic final. In Mexico, the match can be followed on Canal 5 Las Estrellas, TUDN, and ViX. In the United States, the final will be available in two ways, in English on Fox, Fox Sports app, and Fox One, in Spanish on Telemundo, Peacock, and Fubo. In Canada, the broadcast will be on TSNC-TV, TSNC-TV, and RDS. In Portugal, the match can be watched on Sport TV. In South America, it will also be available on D Sports and DGO. The final will also be available on the main national networks. Chile, Chilevisión, D Sports, and DGO. Brazil, TV Globo, Sport TV, and KCTV. Uruguay, D Sports and DGO. Paraguay, Tigo Sports, D Sports, and DGO. Colombia, Caracol Televisión, RCN, D Sports, and DGO. Peru, America Televisión, D Sports, and DGO. Ecuador, Teleamazonas, D Sports, and DGO. Venezuela, Televen, D Sports, and DGO. Bolivia, Red Uno, Unitel, D Sports, and DGO. In Central America, the final can be watched on Costa Rica, Teletica, Guatemala, Chapin TV, Honduras, Televicentro, El Salvador, TCS, Nicaragua, Canal 10, Panama, RPC TV, and TVN. And in the Caribbean, countries like the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and Cuba will be able to watch the final through D Sports, DGO, and local operators with broadcasting rights. So now, it doesn't matter wherever in the world you're watching this World Cup from, Spain and Argentina are playing the grand final of the World Cup 2026 in a historic match that will see two football giants face off for the most prestigious trophy in the world's most popular sport. And after going over the schedules and TV channels, it's time to dive right into the match. The possible lineups, the big individual matchups, and the tactical keys that could decide who lifts the World Cup. Spain could stick to their usual 4-3-3 with a structure designed to dominate possession, settle in the opponent's half, and win the ball back very quickly after losing possession. In goal would be Unai Simon. In defense, Pedro Porro is an option to take the right-back position, accompanied by Pau Cubarsí, Aymeric Laporte, and Marc Cucurella. The main question mark is precisely Pedro Porro's physical condition, as he has been training partially and separately due to a knock on his hamstrings. Lamine Yamal also did individual work due to knocks and overload. Although the Spanish camp is confident that both will be available for the final, in midfield, Rodri would be the absolute key player. Next to him would be Pedri and possibly Fabian Ruiz, although Luis de la Fuente could also use Mikel Merino. If he is looking for more physical presence, getting into the box, and aerial ability in attack, Lamine Yamal will take part. Operating from the right with the freedom to receive, stay wide, move inside, and connect with Pedri. On the left side, Alex Baena could appear, while Mikel Oyarzabal would play as the center forward, providing mobility, pressing, and the ability to switch positions. Lamine, Rodri, Pedri, Cucurella, and Oyarzabal are part of the main core of the Spanish squad for this World Cup. Argentina, on the other hand, could opt for a more flexible system. Scaloni can start with a 4-3-1-2 using Messi behind two forwards, or switch to a 4-4-2 when the team needs to defend. Would Emiliano Dibu Martinez be in goal? The defense could be made up of Nahuel Molina, Cristian Romero, Lisandro Martinez, and Nicolas Tagliafico. In midfield, Argentina would have Enzo Fernandez, Alexis McAllister, and Leandro Paredes or Rodrigo de Paul, depending on the type of game Scaloni wants to play. Ahead of them would be Lionel Messi, with complete freedom to receive between the lines and find the final pass. Up front, Julian Alvarez and Lautaro Martinez could start, although Scaloni could also use just one of them, and strengthen the midfield with a fourth midfielder. The Argentine squad retains much of the backbone that won in 2022, although 9 players from that team are no longer present in this edition.